Fargo, you already see it right there. Some emergency vehicles lined up. First responders about to start the first of 3 days of a training exercise ahead of the new school year. Now, this is in the 3400 block of 25th Street South. Police, firefighters, paramedic, and other local and state public safety officials will be set up through Friday for this routine training.
This will be going on from about 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. So in just about 1 hour, things will really start to amp up. That's where you'll see a large first responder presence with their activated emergency lights. Some police will be carrying firearms, and there will be loud noises from time to time as well. So this is just a big heads up to that region. The West Fargo School District now regrouping for the new school year after the arrest of one of its elementary school principals on child pornography charges.
Families got emails yesterday from the district informing them that Independence Elementary School principal David George resigned after being arrested on Monday. He's now in the Cass County Jail for possession of certain prohibited materials. George was appointed principal at Independence in April after serving as the assistant principal at Cheney Middle School. At that time, the district said George had worked for the school system since 2013 with a total of 15 years of experience in education.
There was kids that would make jokes that he was a pedo or like a pedophile and stuff because of how he just interacted with girls especially.
We've since requested more information as to what George had within his possession, as well as the full personnel file for George from the school district entirely. Yesterday's sentencing was delayed for one Minnesota man accused of beating his wife to death in front of their 5 children last August.
Anders Odegaard was scheduled to be sentenced in Marshall County, but the judge withdrew his guilty plea because the victim's family was not notified of the plea agreement ahead of time, and that's required by state law. Odegaard will now undergo a psychological exam on Friday. There will be no further hearings until that exam is complete.
Time now for a look at our storm team forecast on our Wednesday morning as we send things over to meteorologist Lisa Green. Good morning.
Good morning. New this morning, we have a wind advisory that's been issued for us in the Northern Valley. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. And Northern Valley especially here, we're looking at basically Highway 200 points north included in this. This stretches all the way back to Williston because that's where we're looking at wind gusts that could reach that 40 to 45 mile per hour range, closer to the heart of the system that's going to be sweeping through today. So this takes effect at noon and lasts until 9 o'clock tonight. So that gives you an idea of when we'll see our peak winds during the day. A look at our radar and satellite map right now. It's fairly quiet in the south. Already seeing a few indications of some sprinkles in the north. War Road, you might have a little bit of sprinkle activity, a light shower maybe affecting the New Rockford area. And more of that will happen as the front continues to sweep through here today. Beautiful morning though in our view in Fargo. We've got a nice sunrise going on. Temperatures into the 60s. It's warm. 67 in Fargo, 64 in Grand Forks. Wind is out of the south. Not super strong just yet. We've got some winds into the teens, and that's about it right now. But again, that increases through the day. And our temperatures going up in the Southern Valley back into the 80s ahead of the front. Northern Valley, you're more likely to see that cooler air move in sooner. So temperatures for you more into the 70s today. So a big difference from our 80s and 90s from yesterday. And again, that wind turning from southerly to northwesterly. Let's take a closer look at our wind forecast for today. So this morning, starting to see those gusts picking up in the next hour or two, gusting into the 20s. We'll eventually by lunchtime be gusting to around 30 miles per hour or so. And into the afternoon, some of us, Northern Valley again, more 40 mile per hour gusts with northwesterly winds kicking in, bringing about that change. A look at our 11-day planner though. We'll cool down tomorrow with some smoke following the front, and then right back to 90-degree heat on Friday and a hot weekend ahead. Upper 80s, low 90s, even to kick off next week.
Even though we're talking back to school, weather-wise, still very summery out there.
Yes, very much so. And that heat's definitely going to be here for several days in a row, so be ready for that.
Okay, thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, we're preparing now. Be sure to watch your mail or your checking account. The first of the Minnesota rebate checks are going out this week.
The first wave of payments will be direct deposits, $260 per person, up to $1,300 for a household. Paper checks in the mail will follow for those who have not supplied their bank information to the state previously. The Revenue Department expects nearly 2.1 million rebate payments to be distributed by the end of September. The checks are a one-time deal from the state's projected $17 billion budget surplus.
Not everyone qualifies, though. Rebates are reserved for married filers who made under $150,000 in 2021 and single filers under $75,000. Earnings even just $1 above that threshold are disqualifying.
What a difference 1 year can make for school bus schedules in Moorhead. The district says there will be no disruption to transportation services this fall, and families should be able to access their routing information in the online parent portal starting today.
2 weeks ago, Moorhead school officials announced that 5 high school routes would need to be canceled, all because of those driver shortages. But a new contract with a new vendor makes the cancellations now unnecessary. School starts in Moorhead a week from tomorrow. Concordia College hosting its annual Copper Corn Feed. It's happening later today, a big welcome back to campus event. It began in 1974. This year, the college's new president, Dr. Colin Irving, will join alumni, students, friends, and the public for a night of some delicious corn on the cob and, of course, some fun.
Grab the butter. The corn feed goes from 5:30 to 8 tonight. It's held near Prexy's Pond on the campus. Now, both admission and the corn are free, but there are other food and drinks that you can buy there as well. It also features some inflatable obstacle courses, face painting, music, and many activities that the whole family can enjoy. We have a traffic alert for today. Drivers might want to steer clear of the intersection of 6th Avenue and 11th Street South in Moorhead as crews repave the road there. Now, this is on the northwest corner of the MSUM campus. Work started about an hour ago at 6 o'clock, goes all day long.
Eastbound 12th Avenue South in Moorhead between 16th and 20th Streets also closed. This one for about 1 month. Crews there are working on utilities. And then here's another one to get ready for tomorrow morning. 19th Avenue North in Fargo will be reduced to 1 lane each way. That's between Dakota Drive and I-29.
Workers are sealing the road surface. They expect to finish that project in a day. Speeds are reduced to 30 miles an hour in that area. Unofficial results are in on yesterday's recall election for a city council seat in Horace. The latest we've heard is that Stephanie Landstrom has 611 votes. Her challenger, Arlen Fisher, 202. The recall was over complaints about ending a new home tax abatement program.
The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but in the meantime, wow, check out that sunrise.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view behind us there. If you can, get outside or look out a window right now. Take it all in. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning.
Stay safe and take care as you head out the door, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning.